We are here on the set of The Voice. I gotta say, I don't fangirl for most people, but when Ed Sheeran is backstage talking to me, I got a bit of a fangirl moment right now.
Thank you.
Huge fan of the music, and you're a mega mentor this year. What are you doing?
I am coming on and hopefully giving advice that is useful. I did this. I was an advisor back in 2013 with Christina Aguilera, and I've really enjoyed it this time. I've really enjoyed it. It's nice to see how much the coaches care about their teams.
Yeah, and to that point, the coaches are such a fun part about why we love watching The Voice, the chemistry, the banter. How's it been for you teaming up with this season's coaches?
I think they're really well picked. They're really well picked by the network. I mean, sometimes I go and do the voices everywhere with Germany, Netherlands, France, Italy, England,
all the voices,
and all the voices. And I think there's such an amazing talent pool in America, not just for the contestants, but for the coaches, that every one of them has their different thing that they bring to the table. Sometimes you go and do a voice and it's just 4 famous people who kind of are all in the same genre, but it's nice that there's just different genres.
Yeah. Now, Blake is infamous for hazing, for giving the new kids on the block a tough time. Have you been hazed? Have you been sort of
There's no way that Blake can haze me.
Oh, is that right?
No way.
Talking a big
mate,
game.
I can hold my own with him.
I feel like I should instigate this.
We're cut from the same cloth, me and him.
Okay.
Yeah, we are. We enjoy a drink.
Okay,
yeah,
I like it. So you just hit the ground running here.
Yeah, well, I'm a professional, Blake, so I don't drink on set. But,
ooh. We love to see it. Okay, all right. You talked a big game. You're already backing it up. Like, I've been covering these.
I love, mate. Blake was so fun. I kind of felt like as I was talking to him, he was looking at me, being like, "Oh, maybe I can't."
Yeah, like I might have my work cut out for me with this one. Yeah. So it's safe to say you're joining in the shenanigans. You're having fun.
Yeah, I loved it. Well, I've known John for years. I've known Ariana for years. I've known Kelly for years, and Blake I've met before. But it was so nice to actually bond with him on that level. I feel like we could have a lot of fun together.
Yeah. Now, obviously, as a mega mentor, you're guiding all of these amazing talents who are sort of seeking their big break, right? If you could go back in time and talk to the young Ed Sheeran before he took off, which would have to be way, way back in time because he took off pretty quickly, all things considered, what would you tell that guy?
Don't be scared of failure. Failure, you learn so much from failure, and I'd like kids nowadays. I feel like old being like kids nowadays, but I think it's because everything is online and success is seen way more. No one posts about failure. No one. It's all like, this is my success. So it's the norm to think that success has to happen and it has to happen quickly. But all the times in my career that I've had the big moment, I've learned nothing from, because you just have it and you're like, okay, well, that's over, I'll move on to the next thing. But all the times that I've fallen and failed or had something not do well, I've learned from and gone on. So I would say to younger me, and any young person out there, don't be afraid of failure. Like every single person you look up to, whether it's music, arts, film, business, technology, anything, everyone has had failures, and everyone gets back on their feet. It's not about failing. I think you failed if you give up.
Okay.
Don't have a plan B. Always have a plan A.
Only plan A. That's what I subscribe to.
You just go in and you go, plan A's working. Otherwise, nothing.
Double it down on plan A.
Yeah.
There is no backup.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you have a backup, you'll end up doing the backup.
Exactly. Amen to that. Bit of a turn here. You have the most unlikely and yet lovable friendship with Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
We just want to know, where did it originate? How did this friendship begin?
I played the Nokia Theatre for my 22nd birthday, and backstage I met Bill Lawrence and his daughter Charlotte, and I took a picture with Charlotte, who's now a successful singer herself. And then the next day, Charlotte's mum, Krista, came up to me in a restaurant and went, "You took a picture with my daughter yesterday. Thanks for being so kind. I'm going to my friend's barbecue now. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Cool." So I went to this barbecue and walked in, and it was Courtney Cox, and I was like, okay. And so I got out a guitar and was jamming there. Courtney let me crash, and I never left.
And you never left?
I never left. And I introduced my best friend Johnny, who I make all my records with. I introduced them, and they're now dating. So, yeah, it's basically I kind of was like, do I move to Los Angeles? And I'm like, well, I kind of live here with Courtney anyway. So yeah, she's my roomie.
You just crashed on the couch and never moved out.
I don't think I've stayed anywhere other than Courtney's, apart from maybe like a couple of times when she's been out of town. I've stayed at a hotel, but largely I just stay there.
Yeah. Whose idea was it to recreate the routine?
Courtney's. I walked
Okay.
in and the reunion show had just ended. I arrived late and she said, look, we need to do the routine. We didn't get the routine on the thing. We need to do this and post it. My record label was so happy about it.
Were they?
Well, because I don't really post online. I don't really like being online.
Yeah.
And they were always sort of nudging me, trying to get me to do stuff that goes viral. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. So when it posted, they were like,
it happened.
so thanks, Courtney.
Thank you from all of us, because we didn't know we needed it until we got it.
Yeah,
It was
no, it was
gold.
great. It was good fun.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you know this, but she got her start. One of her first breaks was a Bruce Springsteen music
I do
video.
know that.
Are we gonna, like, maybe, I don't know, like, eventually see her in an Ed Sheeran music video? Maybe down the line. It could be.
Do you know? I think because it's so well documented that I'm friends with her, it wouldn't be a surprise. It would just be like, oh, it's
Of
just
course.
Ed's. Yeah, yeah, I would like to have people in music videos that would surprise people. But I love her. I love her. She's the best.
Got it. I love it. And you are friends with so many people in Hollywood, so we want to play a quick game called 6 Degrees of Ed Sheeran, okay?
Cool.
So you just have to give one word to describe each of the following people.
Okay.
You ready? Taylor Swift.
Great. I love Taylor. She's fantastic. She's
All right, I
fantastic.
love
And
it.
she's spending more time in. I'm seeing more of her now because she's spending more time in England.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
Got it. Good. Eminem.
Cassette.
Cassette.
Yeah, he collects cassettes, and he's got me into collecting cassettes.
Got it.
We're gonna start swapping them back and forth. I bought him when I did my collaborations project. I bought everyone a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And he obviously is sober, so I was like, what do I get him? And I knew that he loved video games, so I bought him a Nintendo 64 with GoldenEye on it,
that's dope.
because he'd never played it. So I've introduced him to the Nintendo 64.
That is extremely impressive. Really thoughtful gift, by the way.
Thanks.
Wow. Okay. Harry Styles.
Oh man, I was meant to see him yesterday. Yeah, great as well.
Also great.
Yeah, I love, mate.
Great guy.
I love Harry. I got to listen to Harry's record. He came around. I built a pub in my garden, and he came around mine just before it came out and played me. And I'm still obsessed with Falling. You know the tune Falling?
Of course.
So beautiful.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
beautiful.
And the other Harry, the one who's a prince.
Yeah.
Also great.
No, also so we're in touch. I did a mental health charity thing for him, and we're in touch quite a lot. And yeah, he thinks we look the same. So
Do you agree?
I don't know. Do you know what? There's a trend on TikTok with people just being like, "Oh, I've met Ed Sheeran," and then they just film a ginger person. So maybe we do all look the same. But if I look like Prince Harry, I mean, people think that he's.
I mean, he's a handsome guy, but you're
So,
a handsome guy.
Well,
so
do you know if they're saying that Prince Harry's then I'll
take
take
it.
it. But
We'll
no,
take
I love Harry, and
We'll take it.
I think it's great that he's happy and over
Yep,
here
he's
and
doing his thing.
so it's had a daughter. It's good stuff.
We love to see it. And speaking of, you are a new parent. How has parenthood changed you?
There's new responsibilities. You know, there's always someone more important than me to think about if I'm making a decision. So if even if it's like me and my wife want to go on date night, it's like how it isn't just like we go out. So yeah, I take my health way more seriously.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I eat better, I exercise, I don't really touch anything that's bad for my health.
We're glad that you're coming back into this space. How does that feel for you to kind of be back out here? You're on sets. Do we have more music coming? We got Bad Habits.
Yeah. I've got an album coming. I announce it on August the 19th. What the title is when it's coming out. There's a song that comes out with the album. It's not a single, but it's like an album track. I'm excited to be back. I mean, the industry changes every time that I take time away. Like there's always a new thing, whether it's a streaming platform or a social media platform or just like tastes in music. So I'm just happy to still be in the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm happy that people are still like, oh yeah, I guess we like him.
Oh my gosh. They love you, Ed.
There will be a point where they stop though, and I'm just happy it's not now.
Not now, no time soon. Well, congratulations on The Voice. We're excited to hear the new music soon.
Thank you.